Hello guys, welcome to your math exam coach. Today we have an interesting question. We are looking at parametric equations and we want to find the derivative, and also we want to get the coordinates of a turning point. The good thing about this question is that we are already given what the turning points should be. So our job is to just get that solution, and we can easily compare that to what we're given here. And so our parametric equations is x equals to 1 plus t squared, and the second one is y equals to 4t minus t cubed, where t, the value of t is greater than 0. This is going to be important as well, this condition, when we solve the problem. Alright, so let's show the first part. So the first part just wants us to find dy dx in terms of t. Right, so that's going to be important. So how do we go about that? So we have x equals to 1 plus t squared, and we have y equals to 4t minus t cubed. What can we derive from here? So we can get dx dt. Right, so the derivative of a constant, we know that that's 0, and the derivative, one thing we know about the derivative of a polynomial, x to the n d to the dx here is going to be n x to the n minus 1. So we're going to use that same concept here. So the derivative of a constant is 0, so here we have 2t, and we can do dy dt. So since this is t to the 1, we have 4 minus 3t squared. But that's not what we really want here. What we are trying to have is dy dx. And can we express dy dx in terms of dx dt and dy dt? Right, so what can we do here? So we can show that dy dx is going to be dy dt times dt dx. Right, but we have, in the previous side, we have dy dt and dx dt. Right, so here dy dx is going to be dy dt, which is 4 minus 3t squared, dt dx, which is dt dx. We know that dt dx is equals to 1 over dx dt. So what we have here is 4 minus 3t squared by 1 over 2t. Right, that's what we have. Therefore, dy dx can now be written as 4 minus 3t squared over 2t. Awesome. So now we're done with the first part where we have expressed dy dx in terms of t. Okay. So, but the second part is we need to show that the coordinates of the turning point is 7 over 3 and 16 over 3 to the. So here we have the turning point. The coordinates of that is 7 over 3 and 16 over 3 root 3. Okay. So in order to do this, we need to know the conditions of a turning point. At the turning point, so the first order derivative is going to be equal to 0 at the turning point. So that implies that dy dx is equals to 0. Right. But we do know what dy dx is. We know that dy dx in terms of t is 4 minus 3t squared over 2t. So this is going to be equal to 0. So now we can just solve for t here. In order to get t, we're going to have 4 minus 3t squared is equals to 0. Therefore, 3t squared is equals to 4. Therefore, t squared is equals to 4 over 3. If t squared over, therefore t is going to be the square root of 4 over 3. And a typical equation, quadratic equation, the answer would be t is going to take plus or minus square root of 4 over 3. But that's not going to be the case. In this instance, we are given this condition t is greater than 0. So we're given the condition t is greater than 0. So that implies that our value for t is going to be 2 over square root of 3, just the positive value. Right. So we now have t is equals to 2 over the square root of 3. But I'll remind us the equation of x is equals to 1 plus t squared, and y is equals to 4t minus t cubed. So let's deal with x first. Let's solve this for x. X equals to 1 plus t squared, which is 1 plus, we know what the value of t, which is 2 over square root of 3. Therefore, it's 1 plus 4 over 3, which we can then simplify to 7 over 3. We can now do this for y, which is y equals to 4t minus t cubed, which is 4, 2 over square root of 3 minus 2 over square root of 3 cubed. Right. So what does that become? So y is 8 over square root of 3 minus 2 to the cubed is 8. Square root of 3 to the power 3 is going to be 3 root 3. Right, so this implies that we can solve this for 3 root 3, which is going to be root 3 into this, so this is 8 times 3, which is going to be 24 minus 8, which is equals to 16 over 3 root 3. Therefore, the value of x is 7 over 3, and the value of y is 16 over 3 root 3. So this is what we were trying to show, which is 7 over 3 and 16 over 3 root 3. So that's what we have shown here. So if you like the content, make sure you like this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and also share with others. Until the next tutorial, goodbye for now.